Oh, hey. Hi. Good morning. I was so into the song, I forgot it was our show again and spaced out. Welcome to the show, everyone. It's Shooting the Shelf, episode 206. Curtis is here. I thought I spelled Tonya's name wrong for a second, but I didn't. I rolled a 2 for performance on the show, but we don't know what my modifier is and what stat I was rolling it with. So, I mean, it's anybody's game tonight. So
I rolled a 5 out of 20.
Strap up, hold on, let it all out.
Between the two of us, we're a 7 out of 40. So
start the fire. These are the things I can do without something. I don't know. Hi, buddy. How's it going?
Hello. I'm good. You?
Yeah. See, I worked overtime this week, a whole extra day yesterday. And I'm sure I'm nowhere near as tired as some of our other friends like Mark out there and Joe and some other folks have been working like severe overtime lately. So I'm just out of it. But hey, we got a show tonight. We got some guests. We got some people in the chat.
Amazing guests. 2 of our favorites.
Yes.
Yeah.
And according to one of the comments I saw earlier, the charming contingent of the community.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that was about us or them or all 4 of us on screen together.
I definitely don't think it was us.
I mean,
so
I don't know any spells, so I can't say I'm very charming. I'm really distracted by my cables right now. So hey, why don't we say hi to the chat?
Distracted in general. So
I feel like did I miss my meds today? I don't take ADHD meds, so that wouldn't really matter.
So you'd like me to read the names? Is that what you said?
What? Yes. Oh boy.
We're getting smarter, Jesse. First off, we've got Dub3 in the house. Dave Orkin is here. We've got I am. Everything else is silent. We've got V-Dog.
Looks like a webbed fingers.
We've got V-Dog. There it is. Hayes is here. We've got Crom 316. Darla Ackerman, I know her, and she is right over there. Mysticy 5050. MJ Staten is here. We've got Blake, aka Recon Rage. William Husted is in the house. Got Jesse Marshall. We've got Jay from Low Fidelity Customs is here. And he says, Sophie says hi. She was on the studio with him for a little bit today. And I let her know that she is the most entertaining person in the community and on Instagram. So Jen, aka Lucky Sprinkles, is here. We've got Freaks Figures. Let's see. He said that he had another comment in there, but it disappeared. So I don't know what it was, but there you go. Calero Benson is here. We've got Chris Collier. You okay?
What was the name before?
Calero Benson.
That I literally I don't like that sensation in my brain when you say that.
Okay. We've got High Ass Twizzler here. He's high assing everybody. We've got Ryan Caldwell in the chat. We've got Ty here. Who left some Warlock? Happy birthday, Jordan. Yep. Cincy John is here. We've got Action Figure Dude. Brian Lynn of Carver Customs. He says only here because he's obligated by marriage. I'm going to call bullshit on this. Yeah, because I saw him in the chat on Offworld on Friday, and anybody that would watch that shit definitely would watch this show. So, just saying. We've got Tonya in the chat. We'll see her in a second. And Kevin McCoy is here. Got Dangerous Dusty Lee. Guaisagwe Echevarria is here.
Good morning, Jay.
Jay says you should not give her compliments. It's dangerous. Too late. Calero pops in and says, sorry for the confusion. He didn't say sorry. I said sorry.
You ever like
eat
like a gummy worm and like just slurp the whole thing in one go?
Nope.
Or a spaghetti noodle. Have you ever just like slurped a spaghetti noodle?
I was romancing this other dog once, and we did it at the same time. It was pretty cute. She had one end and I had the other. It ended up in like a kiss.
They slowly chewed up to the point. That's no.
Oh, okay.
It feels like that in my brain, but like in reverse, and I don't like it.
Feels like your brain is a spaghetti noodle. We have completed all the people in the chat, by the way. So
okay,
but I don't know if you knew this, Jesse. I know we've played the song a lot, but in the song it says bring a friend or two. And the or two is my favorite. We get a good discussion with the or two. And that's what we have tonight.
I think I'm delayed.
I think your brain is delayed.
I mean, you were talking, but your face wasn't moving, and then your face was moving, and there was no words coming out.
Can you hear me now?
I do hear you now.
1, 2, 3.
4, 5, 7.
Yeah, it sounds like you got a little bit of a delay there, buddy. A little delay. So, William says, got my hotel reservations for CarvaCon. So did I. Yeah, booked my reservations, and I saw the post initially from Brian, and I said, "Whoa, did I miss an email?" And he said, "No emails went out." The fuck you doing sending out a post if you haven't sent out an email? Because I need that link. I can't. I'm a vendor, damn it. I need to get a room. And he's like, we're not going to sell it. Don't worry. I'm like, that's exactly what I'm worried about. So then he sent out emails and I got my room. So we're good. We're good. Looks like the McCoys have their reservation as well. So, hey, Jesse's back.
Hey, back again.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it. So you ready to bring on what do you?
Yes.
Do you have a guest? Is there something in your room with you?
I feel like, like in air conditioning, like vents that have like the outside flap and you can hear like the flap opening in the outside wind. Like I don't have that, but I hear that. I hear something plastic like flapping, and
well, your flag is moving a little bit.
It's not the flag. The flag's not plastic.
No, I'm just saying it looks like there's some sort of air movement because the flag is moving.
Maybe I need to clean my face. Hey, we have guests. Let's bring our guests on.
Mr. C said he got his room as well. So,
Brett, are you watching? Are you back from Vegas yet? Did you get rooms secured? I didn't reserve a room because I stayed with Brett. I'm just going to trust that Brett got it.
Okay.
So, hey, as the song says, so applaud your digital hands for the one and only both ladies of the Mod Squad, Stacey, Lynn.
And that 2 is really rolling hard tonight. Yep. And Tonya. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, we got them both. Welcome, ladies. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing excellent. So, we're going to have a nice, fun discussion about getting people to customize. But before we do that, we do a little segment, start of the show, called Shelf Selections. I love it.
Jessie?
So, I don't know who Queen Jessie is. All right, here we go. We're going to get right into it. My first one is, I'm going to pronounce this Pelinahos .pets. And this guy, he gets pictures of people's pets that they're, they could just want a toy of their pet, or maybe their pet passed away and they're trying to remember it. And he like paints up these pets for them. He like prints them and paints them. and does a fantastic job. And this was one of the ones that I took a picture of. And it's just really cool. It's a really neat Instagram. So I would encourage folks to check it out. Stacey, thoughts on these dogs?
That's so cute because, I am a dog lover and those look really good.
Yeah. He did a great job.
Yeah. And that's a great way to, have something to remember your dog.
For sure. Tonya?
Yeah, I think these are adorable. And the fact that he paints them to look like your dog, so specific, attributes that you can see in your dog. It's so cute. Adorable.
Yeah, he's got a lot of like where it's got the picture of the actual pet and then it's got a picture of the model that he painted, and they're like spot on. Like if they had a certain marking in a certain place or whatever, like it's pretty spot on. So he does a good job. Jesse?
This is insane. Like it looks like it's this exact same sculpt, but the way he's painted it looks like two totally different dogs. Like, I mean, obviously it's the same type of dog, but just the coloration and even the eyes are giving off like different personalities and attitudes. This is incredible.
Very nice. Next one is one of Jesse's picks.
So this is I'm going to try to get this one right. Megatron Voltanishen. We've had
that's a really good try at that.
This is a really cool. No, it's my fan. My fan is what's making the noise. I just don't know why my fan is making noise. There's nothing flapping on it.
Squirrel.
I just think this is I mean, what do I have to say? This is just cool. You've got the one out of focus with like the magic effect coming up around it, and the other two are like plotting or doing something. I don't know. I love that the one with the scapular robes is, just got like his arm out on the other guy, like he's telling him some sort of like bad joke or something. Yeah, I like it.
Tonya?
Yeah, they're plotting something. I don't know what, but it's not going to be good.
Stacey?
Yes, agreed. Yeah, it looks like they're up to no good.
Yeah, this definitely to me looks like that those two are buddies, and he just told him a very inappropriate joke.
He's probably watching Off-World.
Yeah.
Off-World.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, this is a good setup. There's a lot going on here. I love the lighting. Yeah, good stuff. Next is one of mine. This is Aloha Toy Photography. I have no idea what these like toys are, but it's super cool, and I thought this was an awesome shot. So, no idea, no frame of reference, but it's really cool. Stacey?
It does look cool. Like, I wonder, is that like a diorama or is that outside?
I believe that is a diorama with an LCD monitor, but I'm not positive.
Because it almost looks like it could be outside, and just how he does the photography. I don't know. It looks really cool.
Yep. Tonya?
I'm ready to see the show or the movie, whatever it is. I mean, this is a great shot, but it does look, it really looks like a steal from either a show or a movie or something. Like, they're getting you excited to hear this story, and I'm excited to see it.
Jesse?
Yeah, this is really cool. I agree with Jeremy. Says it looks like Jamie Lannister. That's what I was thinking. I don't know what, other than the Funko line, I don't know what other company did Game of Thrones figures, but I mean, it's a cool looking figure, and I love that dragon coming out of the cave. This feels like a classic heroic knight on a quest, to save the kingdom or a village or something. This is really cool. I love the whole ground is covered with like the moss and the grass effects. Like it's whether there's an LCD monitor behind or whatever, it's very integrated well between what's really there and what's not.
I really like the light from above. It gives it like this very ethereal look. It's pretty awesome. That's one of the new words that I learned.
If this was a Joe Gonzalez character, the golden eagle of Etheron would be like screeching out above as that light beams on him. Just like that.
All right, one of Jesse's.
So I thought this one was just funny. G Balda. These are the McCoy turtles, I think, and it looks like Mikey melted with his popsicle.
Oh, that's sad.
It's just a funny. It's just like I don't know. It's just a fun shot with a lot of like fun little props and accessories and stuff, and it just made me. And it's the extreme heat wave on the newspaper. It's like poor Mikey. But it looks like the other turtles are ready to go avenge him. So,
all right, Tonya.
This is a cute picture. It made me laugh.
Stacey.
It makes me sad. Poor Mikey.
Well, we're gonna go through all of them because it makes me hungry. Because I remember these ice creams with the gumballs for the eyes, and they were awesome. It was so good. I have no idea how to describe it because it's not really ice cream. It's not really sherbet. It was like some sort of factory concoction that they shot into something, and it made it look like these turtle faces, but it tasted amazing. It was filled with magic and
sugar
awesomeness.
Just sugar.
Lots of sugar.
It was beautiful. So it makes me hungry. I'm like, want one of these. Next is one of my picks, and this one, holy shit, man. This was awesome. This is Glare_Foe, and like just you got Cobra Khan here, and then oh gosh, what's the elephant dude's name? Snout Spout. Both of these characters squirt water, basically. The toy of Cobra Khan in the past did, and Snout Spout, of course, squirts water. Yeah, he's just hitting him as he's coming in. I just think I don't know, it's really smart setup. I don't know how they actually got that shot with the water. The back or the whole outdoorsy kind of vibe to it looks cool. This is just awesome. I love it. Stacey?
Yeah, I love the water. Like, I don't know if that's all like digital or what, but it looks
I would
really
imagine
cool.
that they ran some sort of tube behind it and shot it, but I don't know. I'd have to look to see if they've got a behind the scenes. Tonya?
Yeah, it's very, very cool, and it does make you wonder, okay, how did they do that? But yeah, that is a really cool shot.
Yeah, it looks like so I've got the behind the scenes here. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this, but he's like there's a tube that goes behind it, and he's just squirting the water and then taking a shot. So
that's funny.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty cool. Jesse?
That is cool.
It makes me want to go outside and play with the hose on a slip and slide or something. I mean, preferably in a neighborhood where like my yard is completely closed off and no one could see. But like it just feels like those classic, like 80s, 90s, advertisements for, playing with water toys out in the yard. This looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, very fun. Next one, Jesse's.
This is by B. Dixon Photo. Some version of RC. I think this is a real photo. I don't know. It looks like some other lines of figures I've seen. So if it's not, I apologize, but it looked real. I just think it's a cool looking figure. I like this take on RC. And it just looked like a really fun shot.
Tonya?
That is a cool robot. That is, I like the shot, but I love the look of that robot. That is really nice.
Stacey?
Yeah, it looks cool, but I'm not sure. Is it real or not?
It looks like it's part of a photography league thing, so I would imagine so. But I was looking to see like what figure that is. I feel like that's one of the blockies, but that might not be right. I don't know. But yeah, it's very cool looking. So, Next one is one of mine. This is Elaminiaturista. Elaminiaturista. And this, first off, this Instagram is awesome. Like, this guy does so many like gradient effects and fire and poisons and magic effects and things like that. This one, he's got a Warhammer miniature. This is the Raven Guard, and he's dragging this sword through like that lava, and it is just so freaking cool looking, man. Like that fire lava effect is so damn good. Even just the glow on the underside of like the bike and stuff, like the little dry brushing that it did. It's crazy good, man. So, Stacey?
Yeah, that lava is really cool. And then how the sword, like you can see, I'm like pointing how it's like going, across it.
Mm-hmm.
That's badass.
Tonya?
Miniature painters really are fascinating to watch, as they have, in order to get the best look, they have to really play with where the light is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
And they are some of the best painters with the light and the way that they do it. And I've not seen, this one painted, but watching them paint to me is fascinating. This is gorgeous. Like the underside of the cycle, how it has the red coming all the way up. You see it all the way up the character too, like on his arm as well as the sword. I mean, that is beautiful.
I also love how a lot of times they will make metallic items without using metallic paint.
Metallic paints, yeah.
Like with this here, it's using a lot of grays and whites and stuff to create reflections to make it look metallic, but it's not actually using metallic paint, which is just so super cool.
Yeah, fantastic.
Jesse?
I don't know what else to add to anything like this. This is phenomenal. The glow, like it's making my brain hurt in a different way than you saying the name wrong. That there's not there's not an actual light shining up off of the bottom of that, and that those aren't metallic paints to create that metallic look. Like this is real talent and real dedication, and very impressive.
And then we had a few people say that one on the last photo apparently is 3-0. So
yes, it's the 3-0 RC from the Bumblebee movie.
Gotcha. Next one is one of Jesse's, and holy cow, that's awesome.
Wow.
I think this is another
beautiful
as well. Someone, Curtis, this was an account you featured over the last couple weeks, the Fletcher's _painting.
That's crazy.
And again, just the how clean those gradients are, and just the look of this. Like I want to know the story behind this dragon, this character, this creature. It's phenomenal paintwork. To me, it looks like the hair or the tendrils or whatever's coming off of the head looks like it's like blowing in the wind almost.
Tonya?
But look at the light up the nose, the light through the thing, the light, in parts of it, but then how the darkness is up, and oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. This is beautiful. I love this so much.
Stacey?
Yeah, I love how the colors, like the pinks and purple, blue, gold, like all of that. It just, I don't know, looks so good.
Yeah, this is crazy. Like I like just the different colors on the teeth, the tongue, the gums, into that like blue that then goes into like I guess I would say like a blonde hair, like the crown. The whole thing on this is just really well done, and there's so many different colors. Like it doesn't look like any part of this has one color. It's all like one color doing a gradient into another color. Man, that's really good. That's talent.
That's gorgeous.
Next is one of mine. This is our good buddy Cincy John. doing some dark photography here with some skeletons. These guys are not telling jokes. They're in serious mode, super serious. You got the blurred out big presence of Necronominus in the background. Yeah, this is just really cool looking. I like it. Stacey? Oh, go ahead, Jesse.
I was just going to say, I don't think any of them are super serious. They're not wearing capes.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Stacey?
I'd say they look like they should be going into battle, but I don't really see any weapons.
I mean, he's got a shield. Maybe they're just going to punch him.
Maybe.
So they're the punching skeleton kind. So, Tonya?
Yeah, it looks like they're, taking direction. They're, okay, let's do this, get everything together. But yeah, it's very dark feeling, very dark looking. That red is just ominous.
Yeah, and I don't know what he's got on these skeletons, but they've got like, for lack of better terminology, shit all over them. Like they've got something like weeds or something like just hanging off of them, and it makes it even more creepy. Go ahead, Jesse.
I'm trying to remember. We've talked about the book before. I know Tristan, I think, really liked referenced the book with some of the stuff from Immortal Collections. I can't remember the artist's name. I don't know. Was it Geiger or Giger? I don't know if it was his artwork. Someone's artwork on this. It's making me very uncomfortable. Like since John, these are fantastic photographs, but like they unsettle me in the fact that I know what these toys are and what they're like in my hand and on the shelf, and I'm fine with them. But seeing them like this, like you're scratching some sort of itch in your creative genius here with these shots and absolutely killing it. These are insane. Wayne Barlow. Thank you, Carlo. But yeah, it's very unsettling. It's very well done. And yeah.
Awesome. Next one is one of Jesse's.
Again, same basic figure, completely different atmosphere and attitude. I love that he sit there leaning against a tree like he's just had a really rough day at battle, like it's his day job, and he's just cracked open a beer to relax. This is from Oberon_S Workshop, and it's just this glowing red light in this natural setting. Like it's just a little surreal and a little more relaxed than the previous shot, but yeah, just. Again, goes to show the diversity of our photographers that we like and what you can do with the toys that we have that are the same.
Tonya?
There's no stomach. There's no bloodstream. There's no nothing. He can't really get drunk. And yet, here's a picture of a skeleton looking drunk. Of course, we have a skeleton that has a blowgun with no true way to blow. So, it fits.
Stacey?
Yeah, I like this one. He's just chilling.
For me, I get that there's still a lot of bad shit going on. There's some sort of battle. There's some flashing lights and wizardry afoot. But this guy's already clocked out. Like he's done for the day. He's like, listen, not my problem. I didn't sign up for overtime. I'm
My name's
relaxed.
Not Joe.
Yeah.
This is Danny Glover in Lethal Weapon. I'm getting too old for this shit.
This is totally, I'm too old for this. Yes. That is what I'm getting. Like there's some shit going on to the left side here, but he doesn't care. It's not his problem. So
he's like, that's 8 hours. I'm done.
Yeah. Tell somebody who cares, buddy.
They're done, man.
Yeah. Next one is one of my picks. I have no idea who this artist is. I'm not sure. I didn't get the name because they decide that when they show something, they want to go like this on the screen. Right. And so I have to put my finger on the phone and hold it so I can get a screenshot. And then I'm expected to go back and get their name and plaster it on there so we can see who it is. And I'm not doing it anymore. So if this person whoever this is wants to shake their stuff around on the screen, then I'm not going to say who their name is when I show it, and nobody's going to know. So this unknown artist did a great job with this spaceship using Turbo Dork paints, and it looks awesome. The metallic and color shift and all that looks great, but they are going to get no credit. Stacey?
It looks awesome. I love this artist and what he does with the Turbo Dork paints, but I will not say his name.
Thank you. Tonya?
Agreed. At CarverCon, you knew automatically whose table this was. But yes, we will not say his name. Good job, though. This is fantastic.
We've been good thus far, but I have a feeling Jesse's going to ruin it. Jesse?
Look, all I have to say is
I don't give a fuck. His name was Mike.
Fucking Mike.
Nope. His name is not Mike.
look, we don't need to say. Everybody knows exactly what account this is, and that's well-earned praise from this artist. And guess what? Curtis, you put way more effort into making that story so elaborate and pathetic. You could have just said the name and we'd be on to the next slide by now. But that means this guy's getting that much more credit and attention on the show anyway. So
I am hoping that people look at this and they go, I have no idea who it is. He definitely has like the hand of a 5-year-old. Like, look at that tiny hand. Like, come on. Either that or it's a big ship. I don't know. I'm going to say tiny hand. So
this person is saying that we should definitely credit Detour for the amazing spaceship because it's amazing.
They must know this artist. So, yeah.
I almost was going to say the name until you like specifically like, oh, Jesse's going to say it. So I'm like, all right, no, now I'm not going to do it because you triggered my ADHD.
Good job, Detour, and whoever this was that painted this. Next one is one of mine and Jesse's, or was it the last one that was mine? Okay, this one's mine. Okay, so this is Bearded Toy Man, and it looks like it's like an Arazak or Shui head, but on a more bulkier body, and I'm not sure what's happening here. I don't know if he just killed this orc or if this orc was a friend of his and he's mourning the loss. I'm not sure what's going on here, but it was a cool setup. I love the fog rolling in, and it's really nicely set up. It looks beautiful, and that figure, whatever that is, like if you give me bald, bearded old guys, but they look cool like this, give it to me all day long. If you're giving me Shui that looks like he's going to the mailbox to pick a social security checkup, I don't need it. So 1.0 is rule, 2.0 is drool. Curtis out. Stacey?
I personally love the lighting of this picture. I think the lighting is excellent.
Mm-hmm.
But other than the lighting, I would say, yeah, like you can't tell it. Did he just kill all those people, like all the orcs, or is he mourning his friends? Like you can't tell.
Don't know.
There's one behind him though too.
You've got to make up your own story. So
yeah,
that's the beauty of photography.
Or is
Tonya?
he ethereal? I mean, he could be like ethereal. He could be like, just there, looking at.
He's there. He's a force ghost.
Yeah.
Okay. This is Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That's right.
All right.
Jesse? He's looking at the lay of the land. What happened?
That works.
I think this immediately evokes the scene towards the end of Kingdom of Heaven when the wall's been breached and the battle's over and you just see all the bodies like piled up and they're coming out for the parlay. I think this is an incredible shot. You just see the haggardness in his face, the weathering they've done to the sword and his armor and everything. The fact that it's not just two, there's at least 4 or 5 or 6 other dead, because there's like a female orc like pinned to the wall in the background, another shield down from what looks like a knight, this other orc behind him with the two-handed sword going to like this is I feel like maybe this is the other side of, the guy that was like, I'm done, I'm clocking out at 8:00. This is the guy that pulled like the 3 shifts in a row.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is I saw this shot and I was just like, oh, like it took my breath away when I saw it.
It's amazing.
MJ says this looks like Uncle Ricky in the Great Battle of the Purple Brain. All right. So for my next one, I've got a lot of pictures. So this is going to be a little bit of a journey. But I didn't want to just show one picture because I did not think it was going to do this justice. So I took this reel and I broke it down into several key moments from this. But basically, I saw this lady. She had a spot on her wall, and she's like, I just wanted like a cat head on my wall. Okay. So she designed a cat head, printed it out in pieces, puts it together. There's like a process for putting the pieces together. Creates an eyeball, shows how she created an eyeball, how she created the teeth. She's using like pastels, which I know our good friend Arthas, he paints a lot with some pastels. She's doing a lot of pastel painting on this, gets it together, starts like mapping out where things are going to be on it, uses fur on it, and then also uses flocking. You can see her doing the flocking there. Then starts airbrushing it, and it starts, kind of coming to life a little bit. Starts airbrushing the stripes and putting in the whiskers. She had like this silicone tongue that she sculpted and printed out in like a silicone, like a flexible resin or whatever. And then that is the final version. And like, holy shit, folks. This is NASFX. So NASFX _studio and then Creality _ands. Check this out. Watch the reel. It's amazing. Like I said, I could have just pulled this picture up, but I didn't think it really would show like everything that went into this. She said it took her like 3 months. She said she'd be working on a piece and her husband would come in and say like, how long are you going to be? She's like, I'll be back up in like 5 minutes or whatever. And then 3 hours would go by just kind of working on this and just working on it for several months straight. But it's fantastic. It's just truly amazing the things that people can come up with. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Stacey?
That's insane. And I'm glad that you put all the different things to show like the process of how she did that. Because, yeah, that's insane how good that looks.
So cool. Tonya?
Now, so freaking amazing art right there. I mean, to say, hey, I want this, and then go about figuring out a way to make it not only look amazing, but I mean, it looks like that could be a stuffed tiger head. I mean, it just looks that freaking good. So I am blown away at the artistry of this.
Jesse, I put these slides together because I did not want to send you whatever it was, 13 pictures from this to put on there. So I did my portion of this so that you wouldn't have to do that. But now that you're seeing this, thoughts on this one?
I'm glad you did the multiple shots, because if you would have pulled this up, I'd be like, why are we showing a taxidermy like illegal hunt on the show?
Right.
Because this looks freaking real. Like the teeth, the coloration on the teeth, the speckling on the gums, even like the I don't know what the name, but like the texture on the tongue, because you know how cats have like those bristles on their tongue for cleaning the fur. Like you can see that in this photo. This is insane. Like I don't say this very often, but like this is god tier creativity. Someone saying it looks like, they might be in the industry. Maybe.
Yeah.
Either way, like the skill and the talent that goes into this is phenomenal. I love that it's not perfectly symmetrical. Some of the spots on the nose are uneven. It looks like a real tiger head.
And it's huge. Like this is like the lady that was working on this is about half the size of her. Like it is. Wow. It is massive. So
it's amazing.
And then we have one last one from Jesse.
So this isn't a toy. It's not a cosplayer. It's an account I found this week on Instagram, Psy_0405. I'm not sure if the account is the person in the photo or the person doing the photos. It looks like it's the same person in a bunch of the pictures on the account. But they do a lot of like the name of this post was several different shots of different traditional clothing, and it's like wearing history or something like that, where it's just different dresses and outfits from I know some of it's Korean, some of it I think are just other or the thing, but it just this shot with the way the lighting is and the palace in the background just felt very like haunting and ethereal, and it just really it really popped. So I picked this for one of my picks.
Very cool. Tonya?
This is gorgeous. I mean, everything from, like you said, the palace in the background, the light, the glow around her, to the shadow in front. It's just everything about this is gorgeous.
Stacey?
It's like, I wonder, like, what is she thinking? Like, what is she looking at? You know, like what's going on in her brain? I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, this is really well done. Like this is very artsy. I just kind of expect her to start dancing here. It's yeah, I love the lighting behind her and how it's framing her full figure, and I kind of expect something like this.
Kevin made the show.
So nicely done, and that is it for shelf selections. So glad I found an opening for that. So earlier this week, we had a crossover event, Mod Squad / Art by Ackerman, where we filled in for Jeremy because Jeremy wasn't live this week. And anytime that Jeremy doesn't go, we do some live painting. And when we were doing that, we also made the announcement that this year's event at Legion's Con, which the past couple of years has been the Customizing Studio, will now be the Customizing Studio / Mod Squad event. So Tonya and Stacey, I know that you guys have been very active in not only painting but encouraging other people to paint. Tonya especially, I know you've been involved in the first 2 Customizing Studios. What are your thoughts on having an event that you guys are a part of at Legion's Con?
Well, first of all, it took me completely by surprise. This event for the last 2 years at Legion's Con has been some of my favorite memories. I have loved being there. I have loved painting with the people that are there. The year that I sat down and painted and hosted a table. The second year I did, walked around, helped people, got things like that. Very much in my teacher mode.
Mm-hmm. We just don't let her talk about chuggas, folks.
Yeah, because she doesn't do that right.
Keep her focused on painting. No chuggas, all painting.
No chuggas for Tonya.
Yeah.
But I love that you thought of, and that you asked that it be not only the Customizing Studio event, but that you added Mod Squad, because I feel like Stacey and I taking on the live painting, doing Mod Squad on Saturday mornings was it was exciting, but it was showing people that anybody can paint. Like
yeah, if I can do it,
anybody
anyone
can paint. I mean, it's not like, it's selective few people who can do this. So I hope that what we have brought to the table is, people looking at what we do and say, "Oh, I can do that."
Yeah,
So.
it's one of those things where, like when I first got into the community, you had Dennis Derby was sharing a lot of like paint matches. You had people were asking questions of Zombie 13, and Nikki Nicole was sharing things, and Jeremy had some tools and tips on his show. And we started the customizing studio group to like meet on a weekly basis. We were painting on Facebook, and then we were painting in Messenger, and now we're doing it on YouTube. And you guys started doing your show, and then we've got people like Maverick Salvagen he's got like a little brochure thing that he brings to conventions that kind of teaches people like what are some good paints to start with, who are some people to go watch on YouTube. He's started putting out things I saw this week where he's like showing like what pieces swap with different pieces, and it's just that kind of encouraging people to play with these toys and have fun and customize. And none of us created this. It's just kind of continuing the encouragement of getting people to create. And that's really what we wanted you guys on to talk about today is like, this line is now, 10 plus years. You've got a lot of people that have been customizing for a while, but we got people that are finding this still on a daily basis. And how do we continue to help people to start their customizing journey? So before we get into that though, Stacey, thoughts on the customizing studio / mod squad event at Legion's Con?
I'm freaking excited because I have not got to go to those because, well, I'm always helping Brian set up our table and stuff. So I'm excited. But like, I just want to say without Tonya, like, I mean, I was kind of dabbling, but I'm like, and then she's like, "Hey, you've been painting. You want to get on a show on Saturday morning and paint live in front of everyone?" And I'm like, "Oh, sure."
And she was like, "You don't. All you need to do is show your hands. That's it."
Yeah, all you gotta do is show your hands.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I've painted a lot of stuff, and I'm like, some of it is, all right, but I never have a plan. I did have a plan once.
Yeah, the best plan is no plan, though.
But I just really never have a plan. I just look at the paint. I'm like, this speaks to me. But like without Tonya, like I probably wouldn't have painted half the stuff that I've done.
That's big.
Because
that
I
you
usually
had
don't
the plan for.
Oh yes, but like I usually don't have time. Like that's why I can't really join you guys Wednesday nights because it's just hectic. But like Saturday morning, like at 9 o'clock, I might be a little late depending on what my gym schedule's like. But that is my time to paint, and I will always be painting on Saturday morning with Tonya and you, Curtis, because you're,
unofficially
Allegiance lady.
Kevin McCoy pops in and says she has a way of talking people into stuff. Trust me.
Yeah. So. Oh yeah, I've noticed. Hey, this would be a good idea.
Yeah.
We do have a couple super chats real quick. Kevin M. Boots, 49 super chat. Hello. Hope everyone is well. Hello, Kevin. We hope you are as well, because I'm going to speak for everybody on the show right now. Because I took the mic away from Curtis for a minute. And from Action Figure Dude, $1.99 super chat. First time painter here. Any pointers?
First
off,
I don't know what Lamone
dude.
means.
Yeah, first off, he's a liar because his table was awesome
like
at CarterCon.
Oh, is that what that means? Lying my ass off?
It must be, yeah.
I think so.
But has to be.
But yes, for first-time painters, my advice would be get a Legion Builder figure, get a cheaper figure, and just start painting some accent pieces. Whether it's, they say start with the dots where you can paint the rivets. You can paint, like, there's a lot of sculptured segments on figures where it's like there's trim pieces and things like that you can just hit with a little bit of highlight or something. That will make a huge difference right there. But then from there, you can go into, there's a lot of great 3D printers and customizers out there, like in this customizing community, that just make stuff. And so you can go, like if you went to CarberCon and you walk around and you see, you go to a Immortal Collections table and they've got these dragons and like they move, like they're articulated, printed dragons. And it's like, you could pick that up and just paint it. You go to Stefan Delatour's table and I got that throne, that like wooden chair thing. And I was like, dude, I just want to put paint on it. Like I want to see how that comes together. Or you could pick up some heads. There's plenty of sculpted heads in this community that you could pick up and immediately transform a character just by painting a head and put on it. So, what about you guys? We'll start with Stacey. Tips for first timers.
Don't think too hard.
No plan is the best plan.
But like, you'll be nervous and
Mm-hmm.
but if you have an idea of what you want to do, you can always reach out to people and ask their tips, because like Curtis is a great one that's going to give you tips. And then he has his show that like one where it showed like you doing eyes, like very helpful, even though I still suck at eyes. But everyone's very helpful. So just don't sweat it. And if you mess something up, it could be, you can start all over. It doesn't matter. Like, just clean slate it.
Tonya, I know at both Joe Lanta and the Customizing Studio events that we've had, you tend to do a really good job with youngsters that are maybe painting for the first time. What are some of those conversations like when you're talking to a kid that you can see they're excited, but they've never done this before? What does that look like when you're having that conversation?
Really and truthfully, when I'm sitting down with a kid and when you're first time painting, number one, find something cheap. 3D printers a lot of times will have $5 bins of parts that maybe were misprinted or maybe were not printed well. Or if you go to a toy convention or a toy swap or something, generally speaking, there is going to be a bin of old action figures, whatever they may be, that they're going to have for, $5. Pick one up. And when you do that, start with something that is not, for you, you're like, okay, whatever. And then look at the paints that you want to use, whatever that paint may be, all the way from go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's and just pick up some paint, up to if you want to really get into it and invest in good paints. Let's talk about that as well. But just pick up some paint and add paint to small pieces. Or if you're doing a head, look at the head, see what you want to do, and then start painting. Pick up a paintbrush. My biggest thing is pick up a paintbrush, put it in some paint, and put it on something. And when you do that for the first time, there is like this it's like your happiness in your body just expands and makes you happy. And every time you pick up a paintbrush, just makes you happy. And to be able to let out your creativity. I think, when I got into this, having left the preschool after 12 years, and my creativity that I used at the preschool was no longer able to do anymore. So for me, it was a way to let out my creativity, to be creative. So just pick something up, paint either the small things. If you pick up a head, just start painting. Put your brush in your paint and let's start painting. And don't worry about what it looks like the first time. Don't think about that. Just paint. Let your mind become creative. Let your hand do it first. Your mind will catch up, and then you'll be able to continue to do it. And I've told Curtis, and Curtis has told me multiple times, I am not a good painter. I just go back over it enough times to cover up my mistake.
If it doesn't look right, keep going, Freak says.
Keep going.
That's it.
Yeah.
I am not a good painter. I'm persistent, and that is my strength. So,
yeah.
Cincy John here says, as long as it's not skin, eyes, white or yellow, I can paint. Let me do it. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me answer this. This is my favorite answer of all times. So flat. Golden, so flat is the white you want to use. Anytime you're using white, use golden, so flat white paint. If you're trying to paint yellow, paint pink underneath it. And skin and eyes, yeah, I agree. Just don't do this.
I would say if you're a first timer, don't jump right into a human head. All right. Human head is not where you want to start. Especially a Caucasian human head. Okay. Darker skins or like aliens or orcs and stuff like that, you can get away with a lot more. A Caucasian skin tone head, there's a lot of different colors within that face that you've tried to got to get right. And eyes can be difficult. But he talks about weathered armor. Dude, you could do weathered armor with just some dry brushing, which dry brushing is like the most relaxing, easiest thing that anybody can do. And it's something that makes a huge difference really quickly. And like that thing that Tonya's saying, like you then pull back and look at it and you go, wow, I did that. Like from what it looked like to what it looks like now, it's amazing how quickly dry brushing can kind of change something. And all it is, for anybody who's never done it, you put paint on your brush, you dry most of it off. You like use a paper towel or use the back of your hand or something, get most of the paint off until there's barely any coming off on it. And then you brush that over whatever it is that you're painting. So if you were doing weathered armor, you could do like a silver or something and dry brush it over like a black armor, and it's going to start looking like it's got scratches and all this kind of stuff on it. If you like the blood armor from Vorgus Vermilius, all it is really a black base with red dry brushing. That's it. I took Schmerber through it. We did an episode where he did that, and it's amazing how quickly you can change a figure. So I do have quite a few other ones tagged from comments that we'll pull up. But Jesse, I know as you've done your kind of con thing, for your own table as well as Wolf King, we've talked to where there's some shows where it's very Legions focused, and then there's other shows where it's more that like education type show, right? Like teaching people what Legions are, what the customizing thing is. So as you're having those more kind of education type shows, what are the conversations that you're having that you see kind of sparks maybe somebody that wants to get into painting?
Usually it's, they want to make their D&D character or a character that they've never seen a toy of or something from their own imagination, their own stable of characters for their own writing or, worlds or whatever. And they see stuff and they're like, oh, you can do that. Like, so it's mostly educating people on what you can do with the Legions, with the pop and swap, the 3D community, that sort of thing. But there are some people that I get to have the paint conversations with, who might be a little more advanced, but have never, they've done model kits or, like ships and planes and those sorts of things. So like getting into people is a little more intimidating. And, I was saying the same thing that Tonya, like get something cheap. Like Wolf King will sometimes have, in the past, we've had the like little blind bags for like $20-$30 or it's like a whole bunch of heads. I know other places it shows I've seen, like head, misprints or broken pieces, for $5 a head.
Well, you just had some blind boxes at CarverCon that, I mean, they weren't broken. There was nothing wrong with them, but it was a good deal where it was like a couple heads and a weapon for like, what was it, $20?
I was doing 2 heads and a weapon for $15 or 2 for 20, like 2 sets for 20.
So there's definitely some deals out there that people can get on this stuff to get into it for sure.
And like Tonya said, if you go to I would say try not to get like a Marvel Legend or something that's like smooth. you want something that has like sculptural details on it. It doesn't have to be super complicated, but something that the brush can do other than just a smooth like latex bodysuit, because that's depending on what toy it is, the paint's not going to hold very well. But like get something that's got some details on it, and just try something. Find an old He-Man or an old Ninja Turtle or something, for a couple bucks in a bin, and just get what it feels like to put paint on the plastic. And like Tonya, you were saying, the first time, I think it was Tonya, the first time you put paint to the brush, it's like a whole new, it's like, it's almost like Aladdin, like a whole new world opens up. Like you start putting paint on it, and that stigma of ruining your toy goes away. And
Right.
it's like, oh, this is a whole new canvas I can play on. And,
Right.
and you experience, like, I've seen it at the studio. You guys have mentioned the So Flat Golden, and some of the other brands they have in the studio. They also use, sometimes they'll use the, folk art or apple
Folk
barrel
art.
or different.
Right.
It doesn't have to be the expensive stuff. If you're just getting started, the cheap stuff is fine. It will work. And you can, as you get more committed to it, if you want to upgrade to the more expensive paints, like 'cause they hold better, they work better, they cover better, whatever reason you like them. But I still have half of my paints are still, the folk art and apple barrel stuff. So like,
Yeah.
Craftmaster,
That's
especially
still
if you use
my
it for
favorite
bases,
navy. That is still my favorite
for
navy. I don't
nice.
have a navy that I like any better than that one.
And just get stuff, play with it, experiment with it. Now, when you get to use, especially because most of us do on Mythics and Cosmics and Four Horsemen stuff, their plastic feels like it responds to paint a lot better than other stuff I've painted.
Yeah.
There's just something in the material that just like it takes the paint, like the detailing is all there. There's very few parts except for bearskin parts that are just smooth. And like Curtis was saying, the dry brushing, you do a little bit of like a metal on something and you can tarnish up some copper armor and make look, it's got that verdigrease look, not verdigrease. Yeah. Right. I don't know, whatever the green patina, whatever those things words are.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can get those different effects really nicely to completely change something, like they've got that cursed skeleton Templar out right now. Right now, the soft goods is a little more work to dirty the soft goods up, but the armor and the bones, you could do most of that with figures you have currently, with a little bit of dry brush and weathering techniques. So, not that Curtis would ever do that to his Templars, but
no, not at all. I am going to show you guys. This actually just popped up as a memory today. 10 years ago today, I created my first custom. And this is what it is. So I took this Solomon Grundy that I found at a Goodwill for 50 cents. Picked it up. I got some, was actually modeling clay, the stuff that you have to like bake in the oven and stuff. And I molded like some pauldrons out of clay, molded a helmet for him. I made this into a Lich King from World of Warcraft. I look at this now and it looks like absolute horseshit. Like this is fucking terrible. But I had so much fun. I tried new things. I was using paint and plaster and clay and all this kind of stuff. And I just had a blast working on this thing. And it started out as a 50-cent toy that I picked up from Goodwill. So there you go. So find your 50-cent toy that's going to be your entry into customizing.
And the thing with that, Curtis, not that you need a huge confidence boost, but like I know exactly, if you would have just showed me that last figure, I would have been Lich King from World of Warcraft. Like it reads as what you were making. So you did a good, I mean, it's what, that big, like 2 or 3 inches tall?
Yeah, it's about 3 inches. Yeah.
And did you sculpted that sword, or is that from something?
Sculpted the sword, sculpted the base. Yeah. So the base, I took some like foil and like made like a foil like disc and then covered it in plaster and then put like these broken plastic pieces from like a jug in it or something. It like I said, I look back on it now and I'm like, man, that's freaking terrible. But like I said, I had a blast. It was just a ton of fun. So, you know, you can just start anywhere. So,
yeah.
Kim Pop here says that he teaches painting. He has the students use brushes without paint at first, helps develop muscle memory. So there's a good little tip. He also says watch videos of people doing washes and dry brushing. Those are really key. The detail stuff can come later. Absolutely. And YouTube University, like obviously, I know I've got a lot of stuff on my channel, but I've watched a ton of things. I never painted an eye before I probably watched, 100 videos on painting eyes. You pick up different things from different people. Some of the stuff works for you. Some of it doesn't. There's going to be different paints that you like. There's going to be different tools that you like. Yesterday we were talking, Hayes just got one of those like head magnifying lights, right? With different magnifiers that you can put in there and stuff. I can't use that. Like, it bugs me because like when I have it on, like everything I look at is magnified and I only want the thing that I'm painting to be magnified. So I've got like the thing I saw Sherry on one of the G-Cons like years ago. They showed her desk and she had one of the arms that like moves up and down and stuff and side to side. And it's got a light and a magnifier on it. So only what you're painting is magnified and not anything else you look at. That's what I use. Some people love what Tonya just showed. Some people use readers. Some people have that magic power where they wear glasses and then all they do is lift up their glasses and now they can see things close up like super good and they don't need anything. Like, fuck those people. But
I use the arm with the magnifying and the light too, but I'm always like up on it. Like, it's practically my girlfriend at this point, just because like nothing else gets that close to me. Like, I'm there, I'm breathing and like the light is so hot, like my breath comes out. Like, it's like the Velociraptor in Jurassic Park, just like it just blurs. Yep. I'm like, dang it, and I gotta like lean back. But like it's just there. I'm like, why is my face so hot? It's just like you're leaning on the plastic light that's been on for the past 6 hours, you moron.
So what some people don't see though is I've got, like, when I'm at my painting desk, I've got an arm that comes down this way that has a magnifier, and then I've got an arm that comes down this way that has a magnifier. So I actually have two, and sometimes I will overlay them. So I've got 3 times magnification on this one, 3 times magnification on this one, and then I'll like have them over top of each other. So now I've got 6 times, and there's the one has a spot where it's 10 times. So like I'm looking at these tiny details that like nobody else is ever going to see to make sure that they're perfect. And if it's perfect at 10 times, it's going to be great for the naked eye. So that's, yeah, but I can't do it without the magnifier.
And I've told Curtis on numerous occasions.
Yeah.
If you have to see it through a 10 times magnification in order to see whatever that mistake is, nobody's going to be able to see it with their naked eye.
Right.
It's just not, they're not going to be able to see it with their naked eye. So move on. Move on.
Sometimes you got to call it good enough. Yeah.
To move on. But it is difficult not to be a perfectionist for yourself. It is difficult to say, okay, this is good enough. Let's move on to the next step. If you can't get it perfect, and there have been ones that I haven't been able to get perfect, but when you look at it, I mean, it looks great.
Yeah, I'm working on those Converse shoes for my skeleton. And like I show them under the camera and everybody's like, oh my God, that looks fantastic. And I look at it and I'm like, it looks like dog shit. It's fucking terrible. Right. And so I was looking at it today and I was like, it really doesn't look that bad. It only looks bad when I look at it under multiple levels of magnification. Right. But like it looks pretty decent. So sometimes you got to be, just calm down and just accept that sometimes good enough is good enough.
Right.
That's why I wait
See-
until like the week of a show to do stuff, because then it's like I have to have it done. leave on
Purposeful
Friday.
procrastination.
It's that's 100% ADHD. It's like, I'll get it to, well, you're out of time, so you have to get it done or it's not happening.
Right.
See, I'm like the opposite of all you guys because I am not a perfectionist at all. That's probably why my whole winging it thing. It's like, so I'll look at it and I'm like, that looks good enough
it's so
to me.
interesting when we have Alan on, because that's how Alan is. Like he's the king of good enough, right? And so like he works fast and quick and just kind of like tears shit up, and it looks great. But he's like, he never spends time worrying about like, does this eye look perfect? Does that tooth look perfect? Like whatever. He just keeps going. I wish I could do that sometimes.
Yeah.
Jay says he started painting because he wanted his Marvel Legends weapons to look better because there were no 3D printers back then. But starting small is a good way to go. Yeah. I mean, you once again start with weapons. Take some shields. I know Steven had some painted shields up at MuskeeCon. You know, take some of the extra stuff that you get from Mythic Legions. You end up with all these extra weapons and shields and stuff like that, and put some paint to those and see how that goes. Schmerber says painting can be so relaxing. Absolutely. I know I've talked about it, but like for me, my brain's usually going like 50 different places at once. And it's the one time when I'm painting that everything else blurs out. And I'm so hyper focused on getting this detail right that, you know, everything else, the whole world is just quiet for a little bit. It's very peaceful. So, you guys have heard the strange shit that comes out of my mouth. Imagine that stuff in your head, like nonstop. It's not good. Let's see. Action Figure Dude says, my tip is definitely clear coat. Always clear coat your paint jobs after you're done. Schmerber asked what clear coat. He said Krylon matte finish. I always use Mr. Super Clear. I love Mr. Super Clear. They've got a gloss and they've got a matte. I use the UV. There's a UV one. It's like UV matte. If I don't want something super flat finish or super matte finish, I'll spray it with the gloss first and then spray it with the matte as many times as I need to get it down to the level I want, which kind of gives you more of a satin finish. I know, Jesse, you use the Tester's dull coat, right? Is that right?
That's my go-to, yeah.
Yeah. Tonya, Stacey, you guys got a different one than those?
I use the Super Clear, the matte for the Mr. Hobby Super Clear, but then for my gloss and satin, I will use a Golden. Golden does a varnish, and I use their varnish for satin and for gloss.
Stacey?
Yeah, I use what you use that
Mr.
Super Clear. Yep.
Awesome. Let's see. Oh, Maverick's here. He says he'll be sure to bring his painting quick guide brochures at LegionsCon. That would be awesome. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'd love to have some of those.
Yeah, make sure I get one because I know how to paint.
Greg says I accidentally used a gloss coat on a finished painted head. Looks like he was sweating in the rain. The good thing about a clear coat, depending on which one you use, as long as you're not using like a Walmart something like really cheap, like that's supposed to be used for something completely different material. If you used like, let's say you use the gloss super clear or gloss something else, you can use the matte over top of it and it's going to bring it back down. Like it's not like you have to start over. You don't have to like, you know, wipe everything off and use alcohol and take the paint job off and start from scratch. Like you can fix that. So, I've heard good things about the Pro Acryl, the primers, as well as the clear coat. I guess we can kind of get into some paints. I know Tonya, you've used some Pro Acryl. Jesse, I've used some. So Flat is great. Folk Art, they do a lot of really good colored metallics and stuff. Like if you want something to have a blue metal armor or a red metal armor or something, they've got some really good metallics, and the studio uses a lot of the Folk Art and stuff for metallics. You know, it really depends on how you're using this stuff too. Like if you I use a wet palette. I know some people use a dry palette. If you use a wet palette, you want thicker paints that you can thin down. So Flat works great for that. If you are using a dry palette, you probably want thinner paints that are already to the consistency that you want, which means Vallejo works really well. Pro Acryl is a kind of a step up from Vallejo, that it's not as thin, but still thinner to where it works well on a dry palette. But it really just kind of depends. But you got to just test some things out, try different things, try different paints, try different styles, and see what works for you. Anything, guys, within the paint world that I missed? Any kind of paints that you guys use?
I use Citadel too.
Yeah, a lot of Citadel. Their pots suck, by the way, folks. Make sure you got the rim nice and clear. You don't want stuff caked on there, because then it won't seal, and then everything it'll be nasty.
Dried up.
Yeah.
So last year for Christmas, I got a airbrush, and also got the Pro Acryl primers. And so instead of using the can primer to prime everything, I do it all through my airbrush now. And I have painted on the Pro Acryl primers as well, and I really am enjoying those primers. So don't be afraid. I think I've used the white, the black, and the gray at different times doing different things. So I've used all three of those primers, and I do like them a lot. I use mostly Pro Acryl and So Flat. I have some of a little bit of everything, depending on what I'm doing. But I've also used, for metallics, I've used inks. And I have found that they are amazing. I love using my inks for metallic when I want something to really stand out. So I have loved using the inks, but they are on a different level. Like, you can't let your brush sit after you're done with it. It's got to be cleaned right away. And you're never getting that flake out of that brush. You're never using that brush for anything other than that again. So
you gotta be careful with that stuff.
Yeah. It's definitely on a different level. So just understand that there are other things that you can use to customize and stuff. But also with my customs, like, yes, I paint them all, but like, there's always something extra in my customizing that is not like normal. I've used croc gibbets to put on my figures. I've used greenery. Just taken off green leaves from greenery. I've used flowers as skirts. I used like, this is thread from a skirt for her. And yeah, I need to, but I just use thread. So these are stickers. Like, I'm never going to put something, like, my stuff is, I'm always using stuff that's unexpected on different things. So, don't think it's just paint and fabric either. I mean, be creative and think about what you have and what you can use.
I want to pull this up from Brian. He says, going to work to have a paint company represent at CarverCon next year. Before you get too heavy down that path, I would talk to Dirk, because Dirk is already carrying the Pro Acryl. He's carrying Turbo Dork, and I think he said he's in talks to get Army Painter as well. And he's in Ohio, so if he's able to make it next year, he may be able to bring like 3 different paint lines and have a display. So that might be pretty cool.
And something else, and I know it's not widely used, but if you order online at the Pro Acryl website, if you go to Pro Acryl and use their website to order, and your coupon code is Mythic Legions Cabal, you get 5% off everything, no matter what. So, but it has to be through the Pro Acryl website, and I that's why I was able to get a bunch of the stuff that I was able to get at the time, because they were having a sale, and then I was able to get the extra 5% off as well.
William here says, I'd like to recommend making custom dios to fit your shelf. That is a great way to start with painting. You can go get a piece of foam from the hardware store very cheaply. There's a lot of videos out there that you can watch on how to, like, you basically take a foil ball and you can rough it up to make like rock formations. Use a pencil to kind of draw lines for bricks and things. And yeah, that's a great way to start, and it can spruce up your shelves and give you some cool stuff. So dials is definitely a good way to kind of get your feet underneath you.
I'm going to bring another super chat in here from Action Figure Dude. On a serious note, my pointer is don't let your first bad custom be your last custom.
There you go.
Totally agree. Just because you
Amen.
Even if you break something to pieces, you can start over. You might need to take a break, or if you're working on something and you are just getting frustrated with it, put it down and walk away is my advice. It works for me. I'm like, all right, I can't handle this. I go watch a movie. I go to the store. I do something. I put it down and get myself out of the space and reset, come back to it. Probably I'm cranky because I need to eat something because I've been painting too long. But yeah, don't let something going wrong or not the way you wanted turning out be what stops you from coming back to trying again. Like that lady that posted that tiger head can't be the first time she did something in that vein.
No.
Yeah.
And if it was, I stay correct. But like,
you build those muscles over time.
Yeah,
sure.
It's
Curtis.
It's as much skill or determination and practice and repetition as it is talent. Like those,
right.
It's not one without the other.
Right. Can you bring up my Instagram?
Maybe. I will see. Sometimes I have problems here, but I will try.
What does that have to do with Instagram?
Oh, wow, Jesse. Wow.
Stacey, do you have any thoughts on all of this?
I mean, I really don't know what I'm doing half the time painting. So like, yeah, like I take the advice of all of my friends, and yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I just wing it.
You wing it, and it looks pretty darn good.
Yeah. But that's why I said I don't care about perfection. And a lot of my like faces that I do, eyes, they're like possessed. So they just have one color. So I don't have to worry about eyeballs.
Go to the very first, the first three. Actually, the first one and the third one. So this is the very first custom. And I will say, don't let your very first custom be from a figure obscura that you only have one of. Just saying. I look at him now, and there are parts of him that I still love. And there are parts of him that I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. Go to the Mr. Wolf.
Hold on. Before we do, I'm going to give a message to the people. Folks, we just saw Tonya's first custom, and I would like to say Tonya can go fuck herself, because most people do not have customs that look like that from the start. All right. So this is not what I don't want you to do is look at this and go, oh, that's what I should expect for my first go, because that's not what you're going to get. All right. So just keep that in mind as we go through here. That she came out of the gates fucking hitting all cylinders. Okay, so there we go. All right, now what did you want to see?
Oh my gosh. The red.
Okay.
The red one. Yeah.
Tonya was one of the ones that I had to badger into creating an Instagram to show off her stuff, by the way. So go ahead.
I would like to say what Jesse said is very correct. This armor has been painted 4 times. Every piece of this armor has been painted, stripped, painted, stripped, painted, stripped, and repainted. Was stripped 3 times and painted 4 times. This was the biggest freaking pain in my katukas that I have ever dealt with.
That's a medical term.
Yeah, it was terrible. I mean, I cannot tell you how frustrated I was with this armor. And what I would like to tell you is in my head, I was going to recreate this armor separately. So I have a baggie of this exact same armor sitting over there that I was going to redo, get rid of this armor because I'm so frustrated with it. And that baggie is, all the armor in that baggie looks terrible, and it's sitting in that baggie, and I haven't touched it since. So this is the way he is. But this is my greatest disappointment. But he's still there.
But it all led to what you do now. So
right.
Did want to pull up a couple more comments. This one from I am says, my biggest talent is starting customs but not finishing them. So that is a very common theme. There's a lot of people that pick up stuff. They start on a project. It takes a little longer than they expect. And next thing you know, you find something else that catches your eye that you want to do, that you're more excited about, because it's the start of a project is very fun. And then towards the middle of the project, it gets very tedious. And if you don't push through that, something else is going to come along that's more fun that you push up to the top of the pile. And that's now your new thing. And you're going to keep doing that. And then you're going to have projects sitting back there. What I've started to do lately is I've started to take that new thing that I want to work on. And I've told myself, I'm not going to let myself work on this until I finish these 2 other things. And once I finish those 2 other things, then I'm going to let myself do the fun one. I did that with the throne from Detour that I picked up at CarverCon, and it really does work. Like it has helped me to finish some other projects and get them off my desk. And then by the time that I get to work on the piece that I really want to work on, I've thought about it so much that it comes out amazing. So, just a little tip from me. What about you guys? How do you keep yourself on track and make sure that you're actually finishing projects and not just continually starting them?
Just don't have a project set.
just wing it.
Like I have several figures that I'm like, okay, I want to do something with these and make like a full custom.
Mm-hmm.
But then I just keep grabbing heads and just keep painting these heads and I'm painting the heads for no reason because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing with these, but I'm just gonna paint them. But I have all these figures and I'm like, oh, someday I'm going to do an actual custom, like a full one again. Like I've done a couple, but there are some that I have to wait for. Like I have heads that are ready. I'm just waiting on those bodies to be released by 4 Horsemen, and then they'll be done. Like they'll be easy peasy.
Stacey's painting in the future.
She's future. Yeah, we can't finish the projects we're currently doing, and she's already focused on future projects.
Yeah. I'm like,
what about you, Tonya? Anything that you do that helps you kind of make sure that you're finishing projects and not just leaving them on the back burner?
The show has changed that for me. And I will say that, when I'm doing a project, I have 2 or 3 in my head, and I will rip apart and get all the parts and pieces of those 2 or 3 that I'm working on, and I will put them together. And then when I sit at my airbrush, I will do all 3 of them at the same time. And then I will put them to the side and I'll start on one. And because we're doing it online, because I go live on YouTube every Saturday, I will work until that one's finished and then I will start the next one. Now, if there is a reason, for example, I was working on one, and then I got to the point where I was waiting on a piece and I couldn't finish it. So it has been sitting to the side waiting for that last piece. And now that that last piece is here, I'm like, okay, let's get this done. Because having been on YouTube for doing the show for as long as I have, my focus goes straight to that one piece. So I haven't primed anything else to be ready for the next show. So now it's like, okay, I got to sit down and take something apart and think about what I want to do and get some stuff primed and stuff. But yeah, because of the show, I usually take it from beginning to end.
I'm gonna get to Jesse in just a second, but before that, Tonya hit on something that I think is super important because 3 years ago at Legion's Con, after Legion's Con was over, it was a shock to my system. Like it was so, Legion's Con was so awesome, seeing all the people and hanging out and talking and all these friends. And I'm in this like area where there's no collectors around me. Like I've got nobody within driving distance that I know. And so after Legion's Con, I fell into a bad depression and I didn't paint for like 3 months. And that's where I started the customizing studio. That whole thing came from, I was not creating because I was missing my friends. And so we just started painting together online. And so just want to throw this out here. Mod Squad on Saturday mornings, customizing studio on Sunday afternoons. It's open, folks. Like we don't turn people away. So if there's somebody out there, you want to paint for the first time, you want to paint for the 1000th time, whatever it is, if you want to hold yourself accountable to make sure that you're painting every week and being creative, all you got to do is let us know. We'll add you to the group chat that we've got that we send the links out in, and you can join us each week, because I'm the same way with Tonya. Like if it wasn't for Mod Squad and Customizing Studio, I wouldn't have near as much stuff painted this year that I do. And I would be a much more miserable person than I already am, because this stuff definitely makes me more pleasurable to be around. There's been times in the past where I wasn't painting, and Darla has said, "I think you need to paint something," and that means I'm being an asshole. So just want to throw that out there. I wanted to stop for a second, just say, if you guys want to paint with us, all you got to do is let us know. We'll add you to the group chat. We'd love to have, especially new folks. And that's really what we're talking about today. Like we want it between now and Legion's Con, we want new people to start painting. So if you're watching this right now and you've never painted a damn thing, let us know. We will have you on this upcoming weekend, and we want you to paint with us something. Yep. It doesn't matter what it is. So
doesn't.
So Jesse, what do you do? I know you already talked about kind of procrastinating until you're in crunch time, but what do you do to make sure that you're keeping up with your projects and not letting them linger?
I don't know. I just like when you came here after the 24 Legion's Con, I had a little like gator clip stand full of like a dozen heads. They're still sitting there. I've only touched them to take the gator clips out to use them for other things. So my goal right now is when I start painting, once I finish my 3 out of suit Ox crew characters that I'm
Those
almost
are
done
amazing.
with. Thank you. I have ideas for what I want to do with Cog, but I think I need to get another Cog to finish it. So I'm not gonna do that one for a while. I'm gonna work on those head, and I probably have like 2 or 3 dozen other heads that have all been like primed and like base coated of like what I want to do. So my next thing is I'm just going to work on those, and I have a couple, not commissions, but like pieces for people that I've promised I would do that I need to get done. So normally the deadline is what motivates me, unless I get like hella inspired, and then I'll just work on it till it's done. Unless, especially now between now and Legion's Con, I don't have any like shows I'm setting up for. So I feel like I have more room to breathe. So hopefully I'm going to try to be a little more decisive and work on stuff, so I'm not doing that crunch time the week up to Legion's Con to get my stuff done. And I feel like I'm already, well online for that, or in line for that. So if I'm struggling, like I said, I'll get up, I'll take a break, I'll go unwind, I'll go do something else. Just because if it feels like work, I'm not going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is weird because the crunch time makes it feel like work, but it's kind of like fun. That pressure is kind of fun because it's like, I've got to get this done.
It triggers your ADHD brain, and then it's
yeah. And it's like, I've got to get this done. And I'm not
like a checklist item, and each thing you check off the list gives you dopamine. Yeah.
So it's that sort of thing. So it's just getting something finished. Like, I usually don't stall out on something once I get going, unless like the heads, most of those were just heads for the rack. So like, there's not like an end goal other than just finishing the head for the rack. So those aren't, but like when I start on a custom, like an idea, even if I don't know what that idea is, I'm like, I have these parts. I just go until they're done.
My sticking point is usually that I'm not happy enough with it, and I don't know what to do to make it to where I'm happy with it. So I'm gonna pull up my Instagram real quick. So like this is the piece that I wanted to work on coming out of CarverCon, and I was like, but I've got this one, and I'm it's okay. Like, this is how that sword started. There was like no paint on it at all. This is okay. I really wanted the runes in here to pop. They didn't. I put like a white ink in there, but then when I covered it with the blue, it didn't really pop the way I wanted it to. But I had to like get it to a point where I was happy enough with it. So I finished that one, and then I had this Joker that I was working on. Finished that one, and then I finished this one that I'm going to be sending to Cloud. All three of those, like, there were like pieces of it that I was like, I'm not really happy with, but I want to get it to the point where I can call this finished. And so I finished those three, and then that let me work on this one, which this was the most fun thing that I've worked on in a long time. I love this. And I worked on it a little bit more this weekend, but man, just so, little reward for myself. And that helped to get through some of those things. But I did want to pull this up from Jeremy. He said, I have to give myself permission to not finish things and do something else. Otherwise, I won't work on anything. I get frustrated with the project and put it down and work on something else. I get that completely too. Like, sometimes you just want to work on something fun. That's where the unpainted heads, and I got to say, Stacey, thank you. I appreciate you, because I had not been picking up any unpainted heads, because I had a shit ton of them. I had like a bunch of unpainted heads, but I had not been picking up any for a while. And then I heard you say, like, you went to Legion's Con, you picked up some, and you were looking to get some at CarverCon. And
Which then I didn't at CarverCon.
Yeah. So I went to CarverCon, and I looked at some stuff, and I saw some really cool things that inspired me, that I was like, oh man, that's cool. I want to get that. And a painted head, like, I can do that in 2 hours. Right. So that's one of those things. It's almost like a palate cleanser. So if you are frustrated with a project and you do need to put it aside, go ahead and put it aside, work on a little palate cleanser. But try not to get involved in something that's going to be another huge project. If you got multiple huge projects that are in the works that you're struggling with, don't start another huge project. Do something small. Grab something to do some dry brushing. Grab a head that you want to paint that you're excited about, and that can help you kind of get through that. I did want to pull up this one. I think this is the most important tip that is going to be in this live stream. This is from Ken Pop, and I'm going to be doing a video on this. Keep the paint out of the ferrule. It's the metal part. Yeah. From the bristles into the brush, that part, keep it out of there. So your paint should always be on the bristles and not get into that metal part. If you start getting into that metal part, it's going to cause you major problems. Your brushes are going to wear down a lot quicker. You're going to ruin them, and then you're going to have to buy more from me, and it's going to be a whole thing. And then I got to do another production run. So just, keep them out of the metal part. Keep your brushes clean. Like, take care of your brushes. They've got the Masters, which is like a little puck thing that they sell at like Hobby Lobby. You can get it from Amazon. That is really great for cleaning your brushes. Like I said, I'm going to do a little video on it, but this tip right here is probably the most important tip that you'll get if you're first getting into painting, is keep it out of that metal part. So, what else, guys? We've covered a lot of stuff.
Have fun.
Have fun. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know a lot of us do this as like a side project. We do it to set up at shows to kind of help fund, the show and the hobby and everything. But like, if you're not having fun with it, if it's making you miserable, don't beat yourself up for it. Like, if you're stuck on a project and you just can't make it work, set it aside, forget about it for a while, but like, have fun. Like, for me, when I realized what I could do with the customizing and what you could do with the Legions, just even the pop and swapping, I felt like I was in 1984 playing with Transformers and He-Man for the first time. Like, it opened up this, which I know are like properties and there's all this stuff, but when I played with them as a kid, I did my own things with them. It wasn't just recreating what was on the show, and like the Legions lines and this community just opened. It was just like literally opening up a door to a parallel dimension of imagination. And I've always, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, I've always had very active imagination and creative and writing and telling stories and all this stuff. But like this, like to be able to imagine characters from stories I'm writing and now make the figures. I'm pointing to a couple of them on my shelf here. You can't see, like, I have a representation. I don't have the book finished in people's hands, but I can look at these characters on my shelf and see the dust on them and clean them off, they're real. Or, if you get inspired to add something to the Legions lore or whatever, like, it's your shelf, do what you want to do, have fun with it. And, like Curso, I know it's your tagline on your show, but like, keep creating, keep imagining, keep, that childlike sense of wonder we lose because we have to grow up. But like, you can get it back. You don't have to keep it lost. It doesn't, like, you get it back or wake it up or find it again, whatever it is. But like, have fun with stuff.
And I would like to say on that point, Jesse, there are times when, we paint every Saturday morning, but there are times when I'm like, I got nothing ready. I got nothing to do. I've been on here for Wednesday night. And then this past Saturday, I was on here, doing something completely different that had nothing to do with painting, just, on here talking and hanging out and stuff. So I know that whenever I get back into painting, whenever I bring something to the table, my mind will be like spot on ready for it. So if you need to take a break and do something different for a week or so, do it and come back to it. But
yeah, Tonya got my new set of brushes, and then she said, "You know what? I think I'm done painting."
I did not.
That angled brush I've been talking about all the time. I'm not going to use it.
I have used it. I used it on Wednesday night.
Well, that brings up a good point. I want to address something real quick. So let me big myself, folks. This brush is not broken. Okay, I've had two people reach out to me now, say, "Hey, loved your brushes, but I got a bent one. This is supposed to be like this. It's like this for a reason. Helps you get into tight spaces. Helps you to get some detailed line work and stuff. It is supposed to be like this. So, if you get a new set of brushes, just know that is not broken. That is the magic brush. So, FYI."
All right, Curtis, make me big now.
Okay, go ahead. Here we go.
Because when you paint stuff like this and you have to get in there, you need that angled brush.
Definitely helps. Yeah.
So now you have to just strip that and redo it that you have that brush. So it'll be easier.
I know.
I wanted to say, so when I was so when I was a kid, I was
Mhm.
kind of creative, but I wanted to draw. I wanted to write stories, and like I'd have ideas, but I sucked at draw. I can't draw a stick figure. I mean, just couldn't. And so then, becoming an adult, I didn't really. I kind of lost my creativity, and then starting to paint again. I found it in the painting, and then another thing Tanya has kind of helped me find again is my love of reading. And all these books have these great characters.
They
And I'm
do.
like, oh, I want to do customs with these characters, but now I got to find heads for all these great strong ladies.
Yes.
So it's like I need a sculptor out there to make some fey females, like with the pointed ears, different hairstyles.
Yep.
I need it. And I have to talk to Darla about a cloak idea.
Oh,
Well, and
very nice.
and I will say that is probably, when you're talking about one of the most difficult things for me in the community, is there are not a whole lot of like different female heads, the 2.0 heads.
Mm-hmm.
There are a crap ton of anything that you can imagine. You can just about, well, except for a bulldog. There's not one. But for the 1.0, there is a ton of different options to paint.
Mm-hmm.
For a 2.0 female head, they're either grotesque
Mm-hmm.
or almost the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's very little that goes back and forth, and it is very difficult to find beautiful female heads. And generally when I find one I like, I get 3 or 4 of them, because you're not going to find them. The other thing is, watch out, because a lot of 3D printers are printing these ears, and I get them home and they're broken.
And the break, yep.
Yeah.
I've got, I think 4, maybe 5 from Legion's Con that I was pulling out to paint, and every single one of them, the ears are broken.
Mm-hmm.
So do better, people. I mean, make them a little bit thicker if you have to make sure that you're getting it. But it is hard to get home and look at it and go, well, now if I want to paint this, I've either got to sculpt the top of the ear, or I have to paint it like it's been cut off or damaged or whatever. There's no getting around that. So just,
Well, I want to throw out a little challenge out there. We've talked about trying to get more people painting and stuff.
yes.
We've said that Mod Squad and Customizing Studio are open if people want to join us. For anybody that is wanting to paint for the first time, if you join Mod Squad or the Customizing Studio in the month of August, I'm going to give away, for the first 3 people that join us that are painting for the first time, I'm going to give you a customizing package, including a set of brushes, a figure, and some parts. So first 3 people that join us either show, if you're painting for your first time, I'm going to send you a little care package. If we get more than 3 people, after that, I'll put all the names in and we'll do a drawing for anybody after the first 3. And we'll do a 4th one. So first 3 getting a care package. After that, we'll take any names of any others and put it in there, and we'll do a 4th care package if we get more than that. But hopefully that encourage some people to maybe jump in, hang out with us. So reach out to Tonya, Stacey, Jesse, myself. We'll add you to the group. We'll put the link out there, and just let us know when you join. Hey, I'm painting for the first time, and you're going to get a care package sent to you. So
That's awesome. That is exciting. That is really cool, because that's something special for somebody to look forward to.
absolutely. And when it comes to the event at Legion's Con, the Customizing Studio Mod Squad event at Legion's Con, just know that when you go there, if you've never gone to one, we love seeing all of the the people that we always see, right? We love seeing our friends. We love seeing the Calero Bensons and the Hayes and all that when we're doing the Customize the Studio Mod Squad and stuff. Same thing with the event at Legions Con. But we really want to see some people that have not painted before, that they're doing this for the first time. When you come to that event at Legions Con, we provide paint, we provide brushes, we provide palettes for you to use. We provide a sculpt for you to actually paint. The sculpt typically has something to do with something else going on that weekend. So whether it's a community project, whether it's the armory, the one of the exclusives, so that you can use it right there. Like you can paint something on Friday and on Saturday pick up a figure from Four Horsemen and put that head on there, and you're going to have a full custom. So, please join us over the next month on those two shows, and then come see us at Legions Con, especially if you're a first-time painter. And let's get you into this hobby because it's really a lot of fun. So
it is so much fun, and it has been probably one of the funnest things. And I will have to say, going to I guess the first time I saw it was at IshCon. Dirk and the PGG guys put up a table for the first time, and people were down there painting heads for the very first time they've ever painted anything. They painted a head sitting there at the table right beside Dirk and with the PGG guys, Jordan and Van. And everybody was just sitting down there having a good time and painting. And every time somebody walked by with a brand new head, I'd be, oh, let me see. And it was really cool. And I know they've done it again at Toylanta, as well as Joe Lanta. They've set up a table just for painting. I know last year Curtis and I were both there painting at the table. I barely went in to see anything in Joe Lanta because I was sitting there with Curtis painting and then helping kids paint and do things like that. So it is just really fun. If you see us at a show, if you come in, sit down and paint something with us. I mean, just pick up a brush. It is so fun.
Let's do it at CarverCon next year. Let's have a dedicated table running all day that we can cycle through people hanging out over there and painting.
And I know there was some stuff that came up with Dirk this year, but I believe that next year he kind of would be able to do help with some of that, because when he goes to like the Joe Lana and stuff, like he helps supply the paints and the the brushes and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, we could definitely probably make something like that work. So Action Figure Dude said he's going to be joining the next customizing studio. Sounds good, man. Appreciate it. William says Mod Squad is a wonderfully inspiring way to start your weekend. It is until Stacey comes in and she's like, oh, I ran 5 miles and did, X, Y, and Z. And it's like I'm feeling good that I got out of bed and I'm like being productive and painting. And she's like, yeah, well, I do more before 9 a.m. than most people do all day. Yeah.
Hey, I didn't do anything today, Curtis.
Well, there you go. That makes me feel better.
I slept in and then I had biscuits and gravy.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Which nobody else in I had some yesterday too. No one else in my family likes sausage gravy and biscuits.
What?
So I just made it all for myself.
How are you guys from Ohio?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Brian's not a gravy person, and no one wants to try it.
I'm not a gravy person in general, but I love biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits and gravy
delicious.
are amazing. Yes.
Yeah. It's like hot cereal on bread.
Yes.
Yeah. How could you not like it?
Didn't sound good coming out of my mouth, but you get what I'm saying.
Action Figure Dude says crunch time can be a blessing for me. That's where my moths were born, so it could sometimes be a good thing. Yeah, I mean, sometimes that crunch time can help you finish a few things. And I wasn't going to do the community project for CarverCon, and then I felt guilty because I didn't do one. And Jesse rolled for me the Sunday before CarverCon, and I was like, okay, here's what I got. And so, yeah, I just knocked it out, as fast as I could. So,
and let me just say, last year,
yeah,
for Legions Con, in March, before Legion's Con. Kevin started making the head for his figure that he wanted to take to Legion's Con. And then he started putting together the rest of them. And about a week, maybe 9 days, he decides, let's finish these 4 characters before Legion's Con.
There you go. Crunch time.
I was painting in the room Thursday trying to finish those freaking figures.
Gotta love it. I am says I get 90% and then I'm really happy with, and then I don't want to fuck up the last 10%. I've been that on so many projects. Those 3 that I mentioned earlier that I was like dragging my feet finishing. It was that I didn't want to screw up the last 10%. So totally get that.
I don't think any of them had dragon feet. I don't know what you're talking about.
Calero Benson says, first step to painting, buy some art by Ackerman brushes. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much.
It kills me every time you say his name.
I know, it's crazy.
Like, what?
Oh my gosh.
And then Brian said that the plan was to have painting tables this year, but it didn't work out. Yeah, there was some shuffling and maneuvering this year. There was some, late cancellations and stuff, and but it was still a great event. So Twizzler says, I'm inspired by Stacey.
Twizzler, who runs so much, which I'm still debating. I might do a half marathon in September.
Wow.
I don't know. I've never run that much, but I feel like I could.
Yeah, 13.1.
Yeah,
you can do that.
I mean,
Calero Benson wants to know if you cut the biscuits in half.
And if you want to understand that, you have to go back to Mod Squad to get that.
Better have cut them in half.
I did.
Like a burger bun, not.
That's how a sane person would do it, Jesse. But apparently, that's not how all the people do it.
Right. Today, actually, I ripped up my biscuit because I kind
That's how I do it too. I love it.
I made kind of like a barnyard buster this morning, in a sense, from like TJ. Do you guys have TJ's? Have you ever heard of TJ's?
No.
Okay, TJ's. It's this restaurant. It's where you go when you're drinking.
Were there a lot of beans in it? I don't understand.
No, it's like a barnyard buster. It's like eggs, potato, biscuits, and then gravy over the whole thing. It's a barnyard buster. So I made some eggs and in my little egg cooker. They're like over easy eggs. And then I had some hash browns, and then I took my biscuit, tore it up, and then put the gravy all over the whole thing. Delicious. Not healthy at all, but delicious.
You had delicious potatoes, and then you said hash browns, and I think you lost.
Hash browns and potatoes, the same thing.
They're not raw.
We've got Mike V says, you guys going to be doing raffles at Legion's Con for the paint event. Would love to donate again. Yes, we'll be asking for that here probably within the next couple months for any donations. So, it's a fun event. It's 100% paid for. So it doesn't cost anything. There is a seating limit. So it's first come, first serve. And once again, we would encourage folks that are first time or kind of just starting their journey rather than super experienced painters. Even if you're just kind of, a few months into it or whatever, that's fine. But we want to try to get as many new folks in there as possible. But yeah, we will be doing giveaways again. So
I got to make a comment here. Twizzler, half marathons are fun. Okay. You know where marathons come from, right? Does everybody know the origin of the marathon?
No.
Mm-mm.
So in Greek, there's a battle, and a guy runs from Marathon back to Sparta or wherever the hell he's running to, which is where the mileage comes from. The 25.6 or whatever?
26.3.
Okay, yeah, that's what I said, basically. And he tells them, we won, Nike. That's where Nike comes from. And then he drops dead. So hey, I'm going to run a marathon for fun. I'm going to go do this thing this guy did and died and rub it in his face, but I can do it better. So
and not die.
I'm going to run half as far. I mean, those are real. That's where that stuff came from. But good on you people that want to do that. No, but still, seriously, it's impressive. But at the same time,
Well, there you go.
bungee jumping is fun. I'm never doing that.
TJ says if a marathon is from my house to the mailbox, I might run a half marathon.
Yes, TJ. Yes. TJ.
You go get the mail, and that's it. You don't go home.
I guess I don't know. So we're at the 2 hour mark. I feel like we've done pretty good, but I want to go around just kind of one more time. Any encouragement that you guys have for folks? Any pleas that you want to make to people to get started? Any tips that you have? We're going to start with Jesse, work our way around. Jesse, any pleas, tips, inspiration for folks that have not yet customized?
So since we're talking about Nike and marathons and all this stuff, I'm going to say, in the words of the great Shia LaBeouf, just do it.
There you go.
You get a couple, 3-4 different color paints, get your apple barrel, craft, whatever. Just get a couple, get ahead, get, like Tonya said, some random toy, get something from the Dollar or the Salvation Army or whatever, thrift store, just get something and just see what it feels like. Like it's, get some little brushes from, one of the hobby stores, get it, sit down, do something. Don't have a plan. You don't have to have a plan. You don't, you can just wing it, but just get something and do it.
Brushes from the hobby store. What the fuck? Are you trying to take my legs out from
look,
under me?
No, they do it. They find out it's fun, and then they go spend the money on your brushes,
Okay.
which are, and this is not just a plug for Curtis's brushes. They are good. They are well worth. They're, in my opinion, underpriced for what you get in the pack, as compared to like other sets of brushes. So it's great value, great brushes, and if you keep them clean with like that master stuff, they will last you a long time.
Tonya, any words of advice for the people that are maybe on the fence still? They've listened to us. They're almost there. They're like ready to make the jump, but they need that one little push. What do you got for them?
Pick up a brush. Really and truthfully, it doesn't matter what kind of brush you get to start with. It doesn't matter what kind of paint you get to start with. It doesn't matter what you paint on. Pick up a brush, put it in some paint, and apply it to a figure. Because when you do, your endorphins are going to release, you are going to love it, and you are going to begin a journey that is awesome. Second thing, message me, anybody in the customizing community, anybody that customizes, feel free to reach out, because we are here to support you and to support each other. And if it was not the people in the customizing community when I first got started, I would not be still customizing. Reach out for help, reach out with your questions, join us, even if you don't join us online, to actually paint. Join us on Mod Squad Saturday mornings. Join Curtis on Customizing Studio on Sunday afternoons. When we do a collab on Wednesday night, join us in the chat. Ask your questions. Do not allow yourself to not ask the question. There is no wrong question. I want them all. I want the thing that I have said 14 billion times. I want to say it to you, because I want you to know that you are heard, that I hear you, and that I want you to paint, and I will answer whatever question you have for me. Ask the questions.
Mike V says, Jesse said, get some unbent brushes.
You don't know how bad you need this brush.
Once you use it
you
paint inside like an open mouth to get like back into a jaw or something, and you're not doing some weird ass shit to get in there, those are good brushes.
You are going to know at some point how amazing this brush is.
Stacey, they're right there. They're on the edge. They're like they're ready to get customizing, but they just need one more push. What do you got for them?
Well, I was gonna say what Jesse said. Just do it.
There you
Like
go.
that's not like just go for it. Don't think. Just do it.
Very
And
cool.
if you don't like it, just take it off. Do it again.
Well, once again, first 3 people that join us in the month of August, you're going to get a care package from me with some parts, with a figure, with some brushes. So if you're on the edge, first 3 people, don't be on the edge, because you're going to get some goodies out of it. I would say, these guys had some really great tips. There's a lot of content out there. There's a lot of stuff on YouTube, a lot of great, there's not as many 1/12 scale customizing channels, but there's a lot of miniature painters that can teach you a lot of great things. So, if you're wanting to know how to do certain things, Google it, look it up on YouTube. I do have some stuff on my channel where I've got the how they do that segments, where I talk to a bunch of amazing artists in our community about how they did certain really popular customs that they did. And they tell you right there exactly how they did it, what paints they used, what techniques they used. So the answer to people, and they'll help you out. And then, like Jesse and Stacey said, just get started. Just pick it up, do it. You're going to be amazed at how much of a difference that it makes. I was watching New to Mythics this morning, and Schmerber was talking about how when he really loves a figure, he can't just have one of them. He's got to have multiple. But when you have multiple of the same figure, especially if it's a named character, you need to make changes to it. You got to differentiate, right? They can't all just look the same. That's where the painting comes in. You can, add some details, do some dry brushing, paint some rivets, whatever, and just change it up just slightly, to where now you've got different variants of the same thing. If you like Templars, you can get a bunch of Templars and just add a little bit of paint here and there and change them up. You could add a custom head to it. If you like orcs, you could get a bunch of the same, the RPG figures were really cheap. They're still out there from retailers, very cheap. You can get a bunch of the same figure and just make some slight changes here and there, and now you got an army of those folks. So it's fun, it's enjoyable. We all love it, and you can come hang out with us. Well, who doesn't want to do that, right?
It's fun.
So Saturdays. Saturdays at 9 a.m. Eastern, Mod Squad on the Legions Ladies Live channel. And then Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern on the Art by Ackerman channel. When Jeremy's not on, anytime that you see that Jeremy's not on a Wednesday, just know that we're going to be doing a live stream together where we're going to be painting live, and it'll be on both channels. And then at Legions Con on Friday night, it's going to be starting at 6 p.m. this year. Last year was 6:30. This year it's 6 p.m. So 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Friday at Legions Con, we will be doing the Customizing Studio / Mod Squad event, where we will have the paints provided, the brushes provided, the sculpts provided. You can just come and sit down. Not only that, but the last 2 years, we've been really blessed that in addition to some great customizers in the community that have helped us run that event, the studio comes and joins us. So you have folks like Bill Mancuso walking through there and talking to people about their paint jobs. You've got, I think Sherry is committed that she's going to be there this year.
Eric Miller.
Eric Miller is walking around, and so you've got folks from the studio that are going to give you pointers directly as you're at that event. So
Cameron was there last year too.
Yeah, Cameron, and it's one of those things where there's no better place to be, no better place to learn from than from those folks at the studio. They're amazing. They do a great job, and they're just cool people. So, and we're going to be doing giveaways. So you definitely, if you're a first timer, you've never painted before, come to that event at Legions Con, and I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. So,
and if you're a first timer, be early, because a lot of the seats will get filled up by people who are not first timers, and we definitely want to make sure that you have a seat and a place.
There you go. TJ says, I think Curtis is in the pocket of Big Brush. He made ergonomic a thing to cover up a mistake. It was not a mistake. Ergonomic is a customizing term, and every customizer should know that. So now he purposely bit brushes.
He sat on every single one and sent them out.
I did. Well, ladies, we appreciate you being on. You have a show this week, right?
We do. We have Annie. You guys know her as Annie EM in the Cabal. She is going to be on. She is one half of the Nerdy Forge, and we are going to be talking to her about Legions Con last year, and of course, her and Kat coming to Legions Con this year. Last year, if you saw someone walking around that looked like the Chirel, that was Annie. So join us as we get to talk with her this week, this upcoming Thursday. And then in 2 weeks, we will be back and we are going to have Emily Cantaloupe. She is with Hasbro and she has worked on Star Wars, as well as she is now helping to work on the new what's the new video game ones they just announced? The
I know what you're talking
Link.
about, but I can't think of the name.
Link
The Zelda ones?
Zelda,
Zelda.
yes.
Yeah.
She's helping to work on the Zelda one. So we're real excited to meet her. She will be at Legions Con this year. Her husband is with Boss Fight Studios, thank you. And so she will actually be at Legions Con this year. So it's going to be fun.
Very cool. Stacey, you got anything else that you got coming up or that you want to promote?
The rooms are available for CarverCon, so get your rooms for July
CarverCon
10th.
2. Twice as big, twice as much fun.
Yeah, and I'll be there, so
it's the number one reason.
The number one reason to go.
There you go.
2 years in a row.
Ladies, anything else? Anything else you want to promote or talk about?
No. Join us for Mod Squad Saturday mornings. Join us for Legions Ladies Live. We are still trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. At 950, we are giving away a Legions Con exclusive Nymph and Chirel. And then once we hit 1,000, we have a lot of things to give away. And one of the biggest ones we've got to give away is one of the legendary warriors.
Very cool. Yep, at 928 right now. So we need to make sure we get that subscriber count up over there. So
if we can get it up to 950, we will give this away.
They were dangerously close on Saturday to hitting 1,000, but Stacey turned off the camera. So
we're not going to talk about that.
Stacey turned off the camera.
All right, ladies. Well, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. And once again, folks, join us, get a care package, hang out with us, get some painting in. We want you to be the next superstar of this community as a customizer. So, let's go. You're probably not going to start as strong as Tonya did, though, because nobody does. She's so.
She's a freak of nature.
She is a freak of nature. All right, ladies, we're going to put you backstage. If you've got to run, we totally understand. If not, hang out, and we will talk to you in a minute. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Thanks, ladies.
Bye, everybody.
Jesse, what a fun show.
Yes, it was.
I hope it worked. I hope we got somebody out there either watching live or watching on the replay. I hope that somebody said, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm going to pick up the paintbrush, and this is the week that I start customizing. So I hope so.
I mean,
and if
Saturday
you're that
is
person,
the first.
Let us know in the comments of this video after it's over. If you decided this is the week that you're going to start painting, throw us a comment and let us know, because we'd love to hear that. So
yes, and if they join during the Saturday Mod Squad Saturday, that's August 1st. So your first chance to start entering is Saturday. So go get some art supplies, and get ready to join in, or dig them out, set up a spot, and be ready to join in on Saturday.
Free brushes, folks. Free brushes, a free figure, and some parts. Like, it's no brainer. If there's ever a time to start painting, this is it. So I believe we've got a show next week as well, Jesse. Is that correct?
We certainly do. Next week, we're going to welcome back to the show because he was on during the Kickstarter campaign marathon for the role-playing game, Mythic Legion's role-playing game. Folks, we're going to have Brian K. Borgman, who is, something happened. His hair, I messed up the hair. He has blue hair. Why isn't it blue?
It didn't come in blue. Yeah.
What did I'll fix that. Brian's going to join us. He is, he wrote the adventure for the RPG, and he's working on stuff with the Horsemen. Got to meet him. I know I got to meet him a couple times this year already, but he was at CarverCon all weekend. Really cool dude, and we're just going to get to know him. We're not going to pepper him with questions about the game. I mean, I'm sure some will come in from here and there, but we want to get to know him as a collector, and who he is as a person, what he's into, and get to know a little bit more about this new member of our community who's part of the Horsemen. So join us next Sunday night at 8 p.m. for Shooting the Shelve 206, Brian Borgman.
Very cool.
Yes.
Yep, you're good to chat with him. I did want to just throw out one more thing I forgot to say during the show. If you're somebody that you don't want to do the Mod Squad, or you don't want to do Customized Studio because you're not big on being on YouTube or whatever, another thing you could do is just hit up a friend and just start a messenger call, like a voice call, and or a video call, and just paint with a friend. I know after Mod Squad was done this week, I was talking with Emil, and he's got a bunch of tribute type customs that he's working on for Legion's Con, and so he can't do them on YouTube because they're supposed to be top secret projects and all this kind of thing. And we just had a call, and we just hung out and painted for a couple hours, and it was awesome. So that's another thing you could do, is just paint with a friend. I wanted to make sure I threw that in there. So
true.
There you go. True. What else you got going on this week?
I'll be working some overtime again, probably next weekend. So hopefully I might try to join what's next Sunday? Oh, I'm dog sitting next weekend. So no, I won't be able to join the studio. But hopefully now that I don't have stuff specifically going on, I'll be able to join that on Sunday and hang out with you guys, and maybe on Saturdays in Mod Squad, maybe just in the chat or whatever. Beautiful. I don't need to be on screen, but, yeah. Whatever this is,
you're gonna do some TLC singing.
I don't know what I said that made you think.
You were saying you were basically saying don't go chasing these far off things and focus on I don't know. It very much
big thing. Yeah. Don't chase the highs. Be happy with sniffing your paint, or licking a pizza, or licking your paint and sniffing a pizza. I don't know.
Enjoy the little things. I like. I don't catch them all, but I do like your whatever this is. They're nice.
Well,
so, and also check out my new series, Curtis Reads, where I will be reading the first 10 years book
for the next 10 years
for the next year. So I will be reading it once a week for the next year, covering a handful of pages. And I've got a dual camera setup. So I got a camera on my face, so you can see me struggling with the words. And then I've got a camera that's down on the book, so you can actually see the pages. So check it out. I don't think it's the most riveting thing in the world, other than I'm actually reading, folks. So there you go.
And that makes me happy.
There you go. Who knows? Maybe I'll incorporate some other things that I read in there. So I did just order a book, Jesse.
Okay. I was going to make a smart ass joke about the back of the aerosol bottle while you're in the bathroom.
It's what do you call, it's not a graphic novel, but when it's like a bunch of that they put into one book, what do they call that?
Well, I mean, you can call it a graphic novel, but yeah, collected edition.
Collected edition. I got the collected edition of the first segment of comic books for Absolute Batman. When I was at CarverCon, Kane Bowles was talking to me about it. When I heard about Absolute Batman and the fact that he's not rich Bruce Wayne. I was like, I don't know, this doesn't. It sounded not for me, but I've been told it's very good. I've been told I need to give it a chance. So I ordered that, and I'm going to be checking that out as well. So who knows? Maybe that ends up on Curtis Reed's also. So we'll see.
Well, be careful. Don't get copyright flagged for that one.
Oh, is that is there stuff in there that's a problem, or I don't know? Can you not read?
Copyright. I mean, like showing off each page of a comic is probably a.
Oh, really?
Probably. Like
we'll
DC
see.
and Marvel, they might come after you.
Okay. I think it's slow enough that it'd be like, this guy covered 5 pages. We're not too worried about it, but we'll see. So.
Yeah. And and I'll say this real quick since we're talking about comics real quick for folks that want to, if they have not checked it out. I was talking to someone at CarverCon, and I think even on this show, or maybe it was after the show, but DC has a comic run called The Dark Knights of Steel, where it's like an alternate DC timeline where the characters are in like a fantasy, like sword and sorcery setting. And it's really cool. There was like a 12-issue run for the main story. Then there was like Everwinter, or there's like a winter one shot, and there's like a volume 2 about to start, or has just started. So if you want to check out the DC heroes in a medieval universe and get some inspiration for stuff, check out Dark Knights of Steel.
Very cool.
This is not a paid program.
Before we tune out, anything from San Diego Comic-Con, just like one thing that like caught your eye?
I'm trying to remember what I saw. I feel like there was something I saw was cool that's not just like further production stuff that we've already seen teased before, but look, I don't want to rain on anybody's parade. Mm-hmm. I think those Skeleton Warriors look amazing. I think those parts are cool. The paint job is cool. It's not a line I have any attachment to, so I have like no intention of going down that line. But I think it's really cool to see them get to revitalize like an extinct line at this point. I think that's really cool, and they look amazing. And if I had unlimited resources, I'd be all over it. But just trying to think what else I can't remember what else I saw that jumped out at me.
For me, it was the I mean, I love the stuff that Mondo's doing. I always love the stuff that Mondo does, but the Mezco Solomon Grundy, so good. It looks so good. The soft goods on it, like the tattered soft goods, and he's just big and bulky and menacing. And I did that one last year that I customized. And I look at this one now and I'm like, dude, I should have just waited because this one is amazing. So yeah, that's the number one for me, but a lot of great stuff. So anything else you thought of?
Man, it was right there on the edge of my brain. I think it was one of the smaller companies had something that caught my attention, but I can't remember what it was.
Okay.
Was it Deja Thoris, the Frazetta girls? It showed off, I think, a Deja Thoris, and more excitingly, I saw they did She, the comic book character SHI. Who I like, that looked really cool. So I might. Oh, yes, there it is. The McFarlane's doing like the Image Comics like Founders set. And even though it's not the original version, it was really cool to see the Witchblade on that list, because I don't think there's ever been like a good articulated Witchblade figure.
Yeah, that looks cool. Awesome. A lot of great movie stuff too. Ryan Gosling's going to be Ghost Rider. Johnny Depp looks amazing as Ebenezer. That movie's going to be cool. So yeah, good stuff. All right. Well, Jesse, I think this was a show, and I appreciate you hanging out with me on Sundays. This is fun. I like this.
I appreciate you hanging out with me.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Hasbro's doing for their kind of like Star Wars. They have like the Black Series, like the 1-to-1 scale prop replica stuff. I think it's Hasbro. They're doing Rumi's sword from K-pop Demon Hunters. It's ridiculously expensive, but it looks cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
But
I
until
think
next
that's
time,
it then. What's on your shelf?
I don't know.
Is that
Stuff back there.
stuff that's moving and making noises?
No!